the NBA. Nobody actually cares about the WNBA. Now, Caitlin Clark of Iowa, she's a big-time star in sports right now. I will say this. If I'm Caitlin Clark, nowhere in the world am I going to the WNBA. Now, the WNBA definitely needs her, but I believe it will actually hurt her if she actually goes to the WNBA. I believe there's better options out there.
Ice Cube has thrown a massive financial offer at Caitlin Clark, and at least one WNBA player has not taken it well. The backdrop here is something that has been building for a while. Women's college basketball has been climbing in popularity at a remarkable pace. Over the past couple of seasons, certain March Madness matchups have actually pulled more viewers than NBA games on the same night.
I believe there's better options out there. I mean, financially speaking, I believe she's already making more money than pretty much every single WNBA player. Her NIL money, definitely paying more than the WNBA. I mean, when you look at it, guys, the WNBA makes no money. Caitlin Clark at this point is a brand in of herself. And people have noticed she has been the talk in sports of.
That is not a small thing. The college game, powered largely by players like Clark during her time at Iowa, has established itself as a genuinely compelling product. The WNBA, by contrast, has struggled to generate that same kind of organic attention.
And people have noticed she has been the talk in sports of 2024 for the most part. Nobody cares about the WNBA. But it does seem like she's actually going to go to the WNBA. Now we know she's not going to make any money in the WNBA. And I got to be honest, I'm not even sure if she will move the needle. I mean, the WNBA has had other great women's basketball players like Diana Taurasi, who was great in college, and nobody talks.
The gap between the two has become increasingly difficult to ignore. Clark is currently the most talked about name in women's basketball, and arguably one of the bigger sports stories of 2024 overall. She is a brand at this point, with NIL earnings that already surpass what most professional players in the WNBA take home in a full season.
College, and nobody talks about her in WNBA. And granted, now she's like 40 years old, but she won, I believe, 3 WNBA MVPs. I believe she's also won a championship. Nobody talks about that. Caitlin Clark is a star. Now, I don't know if you guys actually heard this or not, but Ice Cube of the Big 3, he has made an offer to Caitlin Clark. And boy, it is a whole bunch of money.
Ice Cube noted the offer was intended to stay quiet while Clark's season was still running, but once it became public, he did not walk it back. His framing was straightforward. Clark is a generational talent and would be a natural fit for what the Big 3 is trying to build. That is when Lexi Brown of the Los Angeles Sparks entered the conversation.
Whole bunch of money. Now, if I'm her, there's no way in the world I'm actually going to pass up this to play in the Big 3. And I believe the Big 3 is more popular than the WNBA. Now, there's no women playing in the Big 3. I believe she'll be the first one. I could be mistaken about that. But Ice Cube wants to give Caitlin Clark a huge payday. So let's talk about it, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member.
Brown, who stands to earn just over $80,000 for her current WNBA season, went online to respond to the news. Her argument was that no other women's basketball player had come along in the past 7 years to generate this kind of outside interest, which she seemed to frame as a problem with how Clark's momentum was being directed. She pushed back on the idea of pulling attention toward a men's league rather than channeling it into the women's professional game that already exists.
Channel member live stream every single Friday. Just starts at $5 per month. And we appreciate the support. So here we go. Look at this on Outkick. WNBA player livid with Caitlin Clark's $5 million pro offer from Big 3 Men's League. Yes, you read that correct, guys. I saw this earlier, and I was planning on making a video on this anyway. Ice Cube is going to pay
She added that her remarks were not meant as a shot at Clark personally, and that she was not looking for an argument. A reply in her direction suggested that Ice Cube should instead direct Big3 resources towards supporting the WNBA, a league with a long history of paying its players far below market value. Another note pointed out that it was TMZ, not Ice Cube, that surfaced the story publicly.
On this anyway, Ice Cube is going to pay Caitlin Clark $5 million to play in the Big Three. Now we know the WNBA, the highest paid player gets something like what, $230,000 for the whole season. That's pretty much it. A lot of these women's WNBA players actually go overseas and make like $1 million or so. Now this one WNBA player who you have never heard of is triggered by this. Los Angeles Sparks player.
The core tension here is straightforward. The WNBA has not produced a figure who moves the needle the way Clark does, and outside investors are responding to that reality by going directly to the player rather than the institution. Attendance and viewership numbers have not followed even moments designed to generate buzz. The return of Brittany Griner, for example, drew a thin crowd in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles Sparks player Lexi Brown, never heard of her, isn't happy with Ice Cube offering Caitlin Clark some big money. Ice Cube confirmed he made an offer to Clark to play just 10 Big 3 games for a reported $5 million. She can earn $500,000 a game to be the first female player in the men's 3-on-3 league. And the offer also allows her to play in the WNBA.
Clark, still finishing her college career, has already demonstrated a pull that established WNBA stars have not been able to replicate. Whether she ultimately accepts the Big 3 offer, signs with a WNBA franchise, or pursues something else entirely, the conversation around her keeps exposing the same uncomfortable truth about the professional women's league. The audience is out there, but the product has not yet found a reliable way to hold it. Two players have recently spoken openly about Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA, and their words are drawing significant attention, particularly from veteran players who have largely avoided crediting Clark for the league's recent surge in popularity.
We greatly appreciate it. Let's get right into it. Michaela Timpson, you're up first.
Practice with her. What's it like to share the floor with Caitlin Clark?
It's incredible. Y'all know how Caitlin Clark plays basketball, man. It's incredible the way she plays basketball. She's able to, create her own shot, shoot the three, and just overall a great teammate. She's a great person to look up to, and all of this stuff that's going on right now for us in the W wouldn't happen because of her, so just grateful for her.
All of this stuff that's going on right now for us in the W wouldn't happen without her. The comment stands out because many established players in the league have stopped short of making that connection so explicitly, instead framing the WNBA's growth as a collective achievement. Timpson, still early in her professional career, made no such qualification. The league has seen considerable financial growth in recent years, bigger TV contracts, sold-out arenas, and rising salaries, developments that many observers attribute largely to Clark's arrival.
Stuff that's going on right now for us in the W wouldn't happen because of her, so just grateful for her, excited for her to be back and just back on the court with us. So y'all gonna see more Caitlin Clark basketball this season.
Yeah, you hear that? All this stuff that's going on, it's because of her. It's because of her. All of this stuff that's going on. It's not because of everybody. Why did it take a second-year player to come out and be honest about it? Michaela Timpson, you about to get flagrant fouled this year.
Speaking to reporters, Billings explained that feeling genuinely wanted by Indiana was a key factor, but she also pointed to her prior experience playing alongside Clark on Team USA as something that directly shaped her free agency choice. Those are two of the main guards on this team, Billings said, referring to Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. Being able to play with them, build that chemistry and synergy, and have good results with both of them definitely helped me in my free agency process. Billings scored off more Clark assists than any other player during their time together on Team USA, and the two appeared to develop a natural on-court connection.
Player to come out and be honest about it. Michaela Timpson, you about to get flagrant fouled this year. You about to catch some balls. They're not going to like this. I'm letting you know right now, Michaela Timpson, they are not going to like this, okay? You came out and admitted what so many people already know, which is Caitlin Clark is the reason for all of this. Caitlin Clark is the reason everybody's getting paid crazy amounts of money, which we are happy about. Get your bread. Caitlin Clark is the reason these TV deals.
Billings also noted that she welcomes the pick-and-roll system, specifically mentioning her willingness to set hard screens, a style that pairs well with a guard of Clark's caliber. "I love setting a good screen. I love getting my guards open," Billings said.
Out, get your bread. Caitlin Clark is the reason these TV deals, the sold-out arena. We all knew that, but they've been in denial. And we finally have somebody, another player, coming out and admitting it when so many of these veterans have been in utterly and complete denial about that. So shout out to Michaela Timpson. We look forward to you doing your thing this year. Them vets going to be on you, though. Them WNBA vets ain't going to like this. I'm just putting that out there right now. Now, Monique Billings spoke to the media, and she...
"My guards feeding me and rewarding me for the screens I set. I love that as well." On the team's culture and coaching staff, Billings had positive things to say about head coach Stephanie White, describing her as passionate and knowledgeable. "I can tell just by the way she coaches, her energy and all of that," Billings said, excited to continue to be coached by her. The broader significance of both players' comments lies in their willingness to state plainly what much of the public already believes, that Clark has been a transformative force in the league, at a time when that acknowledgement remains politically...
Putting that out there right now. Now, Monique Billings spoke to the media, and she broke down some things on why she even wanted to join the Indiana Fever, and one main reason being the GOAT, Caitlin Clark. Let's take a listen.
Can you prefer Mo, Monique?
Mo, either. Monique, either.
What about this free agency period? You took meetings with their teams. What made Indiana the right fit for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was important to feel wanted, to feel desired, to feel like I'm going to go somewhere where I'm in the mix, I'm in the plans, and that's the energy that I got when I spoke to Indy.
You had mentioned those plans. What do you feel like they are?
I'm in the plans, and that's the energy that I got when I spoke to Indy.
You had mentioned those plans. What do you feel like they are? You can start next to Leah, you can play behind her. How do you feel like that role could be for you?
I mean, I think we're using training camp to see. I mean, I think we'll play great together. So that's how I see it. But however the coaches see fit, I just know I'm going to come in, do whatever's asked of me every single time. And I'm excited to play. This is a great group, so I'm just excited to contribute.
Speaking of that, is there anything that you kind of want to specifically show during this training camp? I mean, obviously you're established, but is there anything that you're like, okay, I want to make sure coaches see X? Established, but is there anything that you're like, okay, I want to make sure coaches see X?
Yeah, I would say leadership. Being an older player, being a vet, I think that's something important that I bring to this group. Obviously the basketball stuff, that's going to be there too, but I think along with that, like, this group can use a leader. I think Sophie has stepped up in that. I think I could be another person on this team who contributes in that way.
What were your initial impressions here in the last couple of days about what this group's about? Because a lot of, beyond what they did on the court, the special knit was the connectivity and the togetherness that they...
Yeah.
The special knit was the connectivity and the togetherness that they...
Yeah, good locker room. I think culture is important, and that's what I've seen in being here so far.
Good locker room, that's important. We have heard them say over and over and over, we have to protect the locker room. That's been a very important thing.
It's taken seriously. There's so many different personalities on this team, but I think there's a lot of respect, which I appreciate, and so I'm happy to come in and be a part of it.
You played with Kelsey on the rival Caitlin with Team USA. Just how did that help kind of